Hello, hello! In this short video, we're going to talk about the fuel of warmth, okay? We're going to talk particularly about boundaries and how we can set boundaries and maintain boundaries. And this is an important part of maintaining strong relationships, which is the fuel we're talking about in this video. Feel free to pause the video at any time, rewind, watch on 1.2 speed, take notes, whatever works for you, but know that you have this learning tool for you beyond this viewing at this time right now too. Okay, so our learning objective is I understand and can apply 4 essential boundary setting habits that protect my energy and my well-being. So let's get started. Here's the 4 keys to holding your boundaries. 1, self-awareness. 2, mindfulness. 3, practice saying no. 4, learn loving detachment. Okay? So let's start with self-awareness. Self-awareness is knowing ourselves, knowing our feelings, being aware, right? You can't name your limits and think about your boundaries if you don't know how you're feeling. So becoming self-aware is a really important first step. It means that you know what's draining you, exhausting you, makes you mad, and what energizes you, what makes you happy, what makes you wake up each morning, get started, do the hard things. So what energizes you? So recognizing the signs of discomfort or overwhelm early is a big part of self-awareness that you can work on, and then you'll see show up in lots of different ways as you show up, right? And you can get honest with yourself about what you're actually available for at the time. What do you have energy for at this time? And this matters because you cannot set your boundaries if you haven't checked in with yourself, your body, your needs, your energy. You end up giving, as we educators do, and sacrificing yourself in the meantime. So ways to practice this, you're going to get to do a choice board after this short video, and you could do daily mood check-ins. You can do journaling. Journaling has changed my life. That's why I'm a creator of a journal. We teach what we need. You can pause 3 times a day. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? What am I feeling? Okay. The next one is mindfulness. Mindfulness is deep breathing and being in the now, but it's also more about that now, that presence, okay? Boundaries aren't about controlling people or yourself, honestly. They're about being present and knowing where you are in the now. How are you feeling? Where's your energy? So mindfulness and boundaries means that you're grounded or that you're paused before responding, okay? You notice when your body says no before your words do. And then you align those two. You stay in your experience without managing others. Okay? This is about you controlling yourself. That's what you have in control. So why this matters is that mindfulness gives you space to respond instead of react when we're thinking about relationships. So especially when your limits are being tested by a relationship with a student, right? If we can pause, be mindful, be in the moment, we're much more likely to respond rather than react. And some ways that you can practice this is deep breathing in the moment. Do it with the students. Slow down your breath. Get them to join you. Anchoring techniques like your 5 senses, walking outside, hearing the birds chirp, noticing how your 5 senses are feeling and what they notice. And then being grounded, using breath, going barefoot outside before those tough conversations even start. Next, practicing no. You need to be able to say no, and you need to have clear limits. If you're self-aware, this is so much easier. It takes practice, but you can do it. So every yes needs to be protected by 100 healthy no's, okay? I want you saying more no's than yeses, because saying no means giving yourself time to decide and knowing it's a choice, right? It also is important that we do it in clear, kind language. So that pause we just talked about, that mindfulness is a huge piece of saying no successfully and letting go of the need to explain everything. You don't have to justify it. You don't owe immediate answers or a yes, to be honest with you. So it protects your peace. Pausing protects your peace. Okay. You need to do a lot of self-talk. I do anyway. You got to say scripts like, let me get back to you. Let me check my calendar. Give yourself that space and time to not react, but instead process, be present, and respond with maybe a no. Give yourself permission to do that, okay? And the last one is learn loving detachment. So self-compassion is one of the areas of the Illuminate Journal, and that's because we need to love ourselves so we can let go of others' stuff with compassion, okay? You can love somebody and still say no to their demands. That goes for students, colleagues, spouses, whatever. So loving detachment means respecting others' feelings without absorbing them, visualizing what's yours to carry, what's not, and holding that space for you without self-abandoning, without putting everybody else first. And this matters because you are not responsible for anybody else's emotions or outcomes, only your own. Okay? You see how these all tie back together? So some ways to practice are drawing two circles. What's mine? What's theirs? Talking out loud using affirmation cards. Their reaction is not my responsibility. Their reaction is not my responsibility. So in this video, we talked about 4 keys to holding boundaries: self-awareness, mindfulness, practice saying no, and learning loving detachment. Now you're going to go off to the choice board and explore these 4 areas to holding your boundaries. I'll be roaming around, so if you need anything, let me know, and feel free to go back to any points in this video at any time, take some more notes, or help you with the prompts and things on the next part, the fuel cards. Okay, ciao.